What's up, everybody? How you guys doing? Welcome to the channel. Welcome to another Monday live stream. My name is Guillaume. I'm a live sound engineer that talk about live sound, everything that is related to live sound, and the Behringer WING console, because this is the one that I have in my basement right now. It may change in the future, but for now, this is what I got. This is what we're talking about. Especially today, this is what we're gonna talk about. Guys, hello, everybody, hello. Good to see you all. Good to see you all again for this stream. I don't know where to begin. A lot of stuff happened this week. A lot of stuff happened, and a lot of information was leaked from Behringer, and probably more than you realize. First, let me say hi to everybody in the chat. So, bonjour Patrick, Charlie, what's up? Guitar Man, hello. Dieter Stringer, I don't know how to pronounce that. Hello. Guitar Man again, hello. Mikey, Poland, what's up? Mike, Mikey, Mike, I don't remember, sorry. I know you tell me Mike, right? Oh, my bad. I'm not good with names. But one thing that I'm good with is coffee. Dwayne, what's up? Mike is good. What's up, Mike? How you guys doing? How was your weekend? I want to know. Did you guys had any involvement in what's happening on Facebook right now? Behringer leaked a couple pictures that made me think and made me follow this group, and I got some more stuff out of what just Behringer posted, because I start to follow the post that they did, and we're gonna talk about that in a few seconds. I just want to make sure that everybody is like coming in. Michael, hey, how's it going, man? It's been a while. If you see in the chat some people with their name in green, is because I love them more than you. If your name is not in green or in blue, or these guys are channel members, and I cannot thank you guys enough for subscribing as a member to the channel. You guys really help a lot. For those of you who want to support me and become a member, just a regular membership is a couple $1 a month. It's just adding up to my pile so I can keep going and make these videos and make some kind of sense for me to keep going this way. And I also offer super members. Super member are a higher grade, and it comes with reward. If you subscribe as a super member, you have 1 hour of free one-on-one conversation with me over video call every month, whatever platform that you feel is working. But honestly, other than Zoom and Google Meet, everything else is pretty much meh. But yeah, it's basically what the information or the privilege that you will get if you subscribe as a super member. And I really appreciate everybody who does. Seriously, you guys are the reason that I can keep the channel going forward. And I must admit now that I'm gonna be more and more active when it comes to phone in silent mode. You guys are the reason that I keep pushing, because my member are the reason that I like that. And keeping off pushing, I just released a vlog yesterday or at midnight today, depending on where you are in the world, and oh, sorry, I'm reading Patrick's stuff. Busy with the firmware update test. Yeah, I'm gonna do that after, Patrick. I'm gonna jump on the wagon. I just want to do today's videos first, but I'm slowly gonna change up to the newer version of the firmware, the new beta version of the firmware that was released a couple days ago. I'm gonna try to test that this afternoon, and once I'm done with that, I'm gonna leave actually for a week. I will be out with some band really far away from my lovely wing for the next week, so I won't be able to test that, but I'm gonna try to learn that stuff. Because if you remember, if you guys follow, I said when the new feature, or the missing feature I should say, from the show control section or the library section were going to be released, I would do an update video, and I will let you guys know how everything's going to work from now on for scene recall, for channel recall, for effect recall. So if you guys follow along, and you probably know what's going to happen in the new firmware. Oh, thank you very much, Patrick said. Your last vlog was great. I wish I could have been there. But listen, well, if you want to travel to Canada and see a couple shows that I'm mixing, feel free to drop me an email down below. It will be a pleasure for me to tell you where I'm going. And if you are a member and traveling from far, I can try to give you a free ticket. I'm the kind of guy that can manipulate, pulling the strings, and get you a free tickets on wherever I'm going if you are a fan of the channel. And then let me say it this way. For today only, if you say that I saw on July 21st live stream and you are a member of the channel, you can get a free tickets for one of the shows I'm doing. Probably not worth it for you because most of you guys are in Europe, but if you're ever down here and you want to have a good time and maybe learn about some new stuff, some new band, hit me. Drop me an email. Will be a fun thing for me to do. Before I forget, what's up, Germany? Dwayne said, I'm still on X32. Come on, Dwayne. Why are you still on X32? I can tell you why, and I can tell you why you would switch soon. I still like to stay in the know. Okay. Well, if you're in the know, if you know, you know. But if you didn't see the post from Behringer this week, they released a couple pictures from their official Behringer Facebook account. So they release this, but Newfoundland, Canada. Hey, I've never actually been to Newfoundland. I've been really close a couple times, but never been to Newfoundland. Recently got this console at our church. Really nice. I was supposed to go in 2020 in Newfoundland to give out to teach out basically X32s to a lot of people there who are on the French side of Newfoundland. There's a couple venues that are together in a association, and they asked a friend of mine if they knew a sound guy that can give out, Sound 101, how to run an X32 on all of those in all those venues, because they all bought X32. So I was supposed to go in Newfoundland to give out courses or lessons. I don't know what's the best word to use here, but you gotta come for a visit. I know. Actually, life introduce live quote here. I'm going out to visit some RV today, so I'm gonna be back and rolling and probably doing some stuff more and more further away from my place in the near future. Try to think how I can, move a little more towards maybe living in an RV. I don't know if it's going to happen for real, but I'm thinking about it, and I'm materializing it way more as I go visit some RVs. So I'm going to visit one today at 5. So once I'm finished with you guys, I'm going to do some stuff. I'm going to prepare stuff for some video, because actually I did learn something about the Wing this week, and I'm going to share that into a video that's going to come out really, really soon. Oh yeah, people can travel from far, Patrick. I know that. Actually, I've been in LA last December, just because somebody says I would like to. He invite me over to visit his Wing in LA. So you never know. You never know what's gonna happen. You never know how life can be strange and change quickly for the good. Okay, so enough of me talking about me and my RVs. You guys are not interested in that. What you guys are interested into is this. Did you guys see that picture? That picture? Hold on. That picture? That picture. It's backward for me, but for you guys, it's that way. You guys probably saw that picture this week, and you guys probably understood what this is about. I want to go over some really fun detail that we can see on this picture, and I want you guys to give me your opinion on what you think. It's been pretty much confirmed that this is going to be, or this is the prototype for a wing rack. But after looking at the picture for a while, I start to understand some stuff that's going to happen with that. First thing is, you can see here is the headphone jack. That's going to be on the front. So the only reason they would do that is because it's the rack version. And with the next picture, you're going to understand some more stuff. But let's one thing at a time. We have the headphone jack, the view button on top of it, and on the side is the arrow to switch some stuff. So it's going to be, I don't know, maybe custom control keys. Because on the top right here, on the top right there, it's the 4 encoder that you have on the right section of the console next to the main out. And the custom control, from what I believe, they look like, you know, those square that we have here on top. I think the next page is going to be using a really creative way where they can just like allow you to change in the block of 4 whatever that you have selected on the other side. And the thing that is interesting to me, and I want you guys' opinion on this, take a closer look at the screen. I don't know if you can see it, but I'm looking at my screen right now. And because the screen is, you know, moving around, it's a tilt. Actually, can I show it to you guys on that camera? Hold on. I'm gonna show you something. Gotta zoom that out. Okay. I don't know how well you can perceive that, but here in the bottom, hi, my hand is there. Right there, in the bottom, you see that there's a little notch there. I believe it's a manufacturing tolerance that they do just to allow you to, you know, for the hinge and stuff like that. And the screen is, of course, a cutout. And even when fold down, there's a little line there. There's a little gap. You know, they give out some tolerance on the screen. So when you try to put a screen in there, it's not going to be, you know, really, really tight. It's not going to, you know, scratch down on the side. You know, they give a little wiggle room, like a millimeter or so. But if you take a look at the picture, right there, right there, right there. Take a look at the picture and take a close look at the screen. I don't see the little notch next to the screen, and you can see on the black and gray there that there is no cutout. What I believe, and I want your opinion on this, I believe this is going to be the front of the rack, and the front of the rack is going to tilt exactly like the screen is doing on the real console. What I don't know is it going to tilt only up, down, or is it going to tilt both way? It would be amazing if it tilt both way. So you could have your X32 rack really far down in a rack and just like popping out the screen. So you just like click, pop that out and you can see the screen, or you can have it really high in a rack and you can just like drop down the screen your way and you see what's happening there and you can do your thing. And if you have this on a permanent installation, it's going to be good for you to just like have it there on the screen, drop it down, do your thing, pull it back, close the closet where you have your gear. That's going to be it. So you could be sitting on a train from Denmark to Sweden. Rob, where are you? I try to integrate that into the phrase that I was going for, but no, it's not working. Rob, hey, good to see you, man. Okay. What do you think? What's up, Ivan? I want you guys' opinion. What do you think is going to happen to this? Because you can see on the bottom of the plate, that is currently not attached to the rack that is under it. You know, the base of the rack is under that. There's a little hole there. And I believe it would be for some kind of hinge so we can, you know, move around. That's my interpretation of that picture. I have no information, no official information at all. The only thing that I can say, I believe, is on some firmware update, we now have the name full next to some stuff. So I believe for some firmware version, there will be, you know, like we have for the core, the rack, the whatever. It's basically the same firmware, but they distribute it as, you know, different version of the same, different variation of the same firmware for the hardware unit that you're using. So on some update, I see full for the full wing. So maybe in the future, in the really near future, we're gonna have a wing rack with, sorry, this way. We're gonna have a wing rack with more member to the family. Hold on. We're gonna go somewhere with this. I want to show you guys something. That's the first picture that they showed up. I'm gonna switch to this one, and I'm gonna read what Blake has to say. Interesting take on the full front tilting. I never thought of that, but now that you pointed out, I don't see any screws to mount the front panel to the rail. Maybe they are on the top. I believe if there are screws to be put somewhere, it will be on this part right. Oh no, it's backward. This part right there. It will be on this part right there. And that's going to be, you know, the way it's going to be built is going to be like a metal casing with the front panel attached to it. But the rack wing would be, I tried to not play on word here, the rack wing is going to be there. I believe it will be a 4U, yes, 4 unit or 4 rack space device. Just judging by, you know, the height, it could be 4 or even 5, depending on how much space they need. But that looks like a 4 space rack. But I also want your opinion on this. Take a look at this. This. I think it's for you. Yes. It's for me. You guys want to give me a gift? You want to pay me a wing rack? I was about to say X32 rack. You guys want to pay me an X32 rack? Or a wing rack? My birthday's not soon, but if anybody feels the interest of sending me a wonderful new member of the wing family rack, feel free to do it. Great to have the 16 in. Come on, Patrick. I thought you knew how to count. It's 24. Yes. Okay. See where I'm going with this. This is a wing rack. 24 physical preamp that are, if they come from the same place as the wing, that are DL251 preamps. The blue one. I believe they are the same thing. The reason why is because I have a DL251 myself, and I did an A/B test with those preamp, and they do not sound like the one from an X32 rack, or an X32, or a the S series. And they do not either sound like the DL stuff, like the DL16 or the DL32. So, hear me out. I'm running right now DL251. And I have planned to upgrade eventually to a Midas console. It's the long-term game plan. But if you don't want to upgrade to a Midas console in the near future, and you pair two of these units, together. I don't know what the price is, but in the 8U rack, you could get 2 consoles, two brains, 48 channels, and it's going to be 16 outputs, 32 outputs with the 2 racks combined together. That way you could do front of house separately, and you could do monitoring separately, all sharing the same inputs, and it will allow you to bring all that into an 8U package. And you, honestly, if you have 48 input, you don't need a stage box anyway. So, my question is, if you're just using a wing right now, and you want to have a small portable setup, and you have a DL251, are you better off selling your DL251 and get 2 wing rack? Because the price of a DL251 is expensive. Replacing your existing situation with your monitoring, let's say that you're running like I do an X32 Core or a Midas C or any other device that running off of a tablet. If you want to run your monitor with a tablet, at least having one of these will be the best option. Seriously, 24 input, 16 output with the 1/4 inch, 8 XLR, 8 1/4 inch from what we can see on the back. Everything is combo jack. Man, they pulled one out of the bag with this one. It's looking good. And if, like myself, I want to go something portable, you go 2 wing rack. I just sell my wing and sell my 251, and I go 2 wing rack, sharing the input with just a single cable. You know, just go from port C and sharing 24 input in, out, in from one another, and it gives you 48 channel like a DL251, but combo jack this time. Man, I'm impressed. I'm really impressed by the amount of stuff that we're gonna get there. It's gonna replace soon all the X32 rack that you can imagine, because the only problem that I have with the X32 rack is the limit of 16 input. You can barely make it with 16. You have to sacrifice some stuff. But now with 24 I cannot complain. 24, you can do any small band that don't go crazy, but have, you know, a decent drum kit, stereo guitars, and 5 vocal. And you can fit that easily into 24 input. Okay, what do you guys have to say about that? The preamp behind the wing are the Midas Pro preamp, so I guess these 24 would be the Midas Pro, I believe too. I'm only worried they added 8 mic pre, but taking away the aux input. Looks like it. Yeah, we don't really need the aux input because we have 24 combo jack with preamp on it. So yeah, it's a trade-off, but it's a trade-off that I'm willing to make if I had to choose between 24 preamp or 16 plus 8, I would go with 24 preamp combo jack. I believe it's the way. So I'm not really worried about that. And there's many other options if you want to get more in and out of this thing with, USB and other stuff like that. Michael say, interesting theory, because in order to tilt the front panel, you have to hang out on the AV rack in order to fit. Yeah. Otherwise, the wing would have. Yeah, no. I'm sure it's gonna tilt. Maybe not both way, but I'm sure it's gonna tilt. I believe if it only tilting one way, it will tilt the bottom up. So you can have it in a rack. Sorry, you can have it in a rack down there, and you can tilt it up to you. Because most of the time, your gear won't be higher than your head. It will be most of the time lower. I don't know if I'd sell the DL251 for a 2-wing rack, but maybe sell the 251 and get a wing rack with a DL153. You still have 40 input and 16 output that way. But the thing is, that will be the ideal situation if you want to have, you know, split for front of house and monitor. Or if you want to go crazy and keep a wing and, you know, having two different monitoring console. Because some people do that, by the way. I'm not the only one that ever think about that. But if you go back in the day, and hold on, let me get that out of the way for a second. If you go back in the day and you look at old U2 Sound on Sound report, they were using 4 monitoring console. 4. So it was a 4-way split or a 5-way split of every single input, and everybody in the band had their own engineer and had their own EQ and had their own everything, and somebody at the front of the house was doing his thing. So yeah, man, it can happen. So if you want to do something like that, it'd have like 2 monitor console. Let's say 1 for the drum and 1 for the singers and 1 for the band and 1 for the singer, and he has his own split console and EQ and reverb and everything the way he wants. That could be an option. That could be an option that can be easily achievable with the Wing and just like daisy chain console one to another. You don't really need split gain for everybody, but yeah, it could happen. But if you want to go the really expensive and really weirdo way, you can do this and have 2-wing rack. But the thing that I want to talk about, and it's going to be that may be impressive, and I'm going to keep you guys on the edge here. I want to see what you have to say. Can't wait for a wing rack because you can use it as a stage box. Yes, because it has enough input for full frame wing and monitoring desk and some small events. Yeah, definitely that would work. I think they had a wing for your setup right now. You have a wing at FOH. Hold your thoughts on that. The wing at FOH. I'm gonna come with something that you guys probably didn't realize. With a 251, you could sell the 251, get 53 in a wing rack. Yeah. Honestly, if I were to sell the 251, I would buy 2 wing rack. Just because redundancy. Worst case ever, redundancy. George Perez, I'm just thinking of the version of the wing could be cost more than the actual wing with 24 preamp. Okay. Hear me out. Did you guys follow that thread on Facebook where I leak pretty much all these pictures? I repost them in every single group of the wing that I know of. Some people commented that on the Behringer forum, the cost of a surface is far more greater than extra input. Okay. Yes, that's right. We gotta go there. Hold on. You guys prepare to get your mind blown. This, I believe, this is the new design for the wing rack. I kind of know that for sure. I don't have any official information, but it's kind of been confirmed in the comments down from Behringer. But in some other comments, get ready. Herman, I'm telling you, get ready. In some other comments, people were posting a picture from the Behringer forum. I believe this is going to be for the wing rack, and it's going to be for this. That's a picture that was posted on the Behringer forum. Let's analyze some stuff here. Take a close look. Take a close look at this thing. Take a close look at this thing. Take a long look and analyze some stuff. Analyze some stuff. First, what are we looking at? We have view button here with, you know, a couple select. We have the USB audio data talkback session that is on the top left of the screen. That's on the top left of the screen. We have that. We can see it. You know, it has talkback. It has attenuation in mono, but it's smaller. It's in width. You know, the distance between the AB talkback on my console versus the one there, they're like not further apart. Like these are all even. You can see the three knobs from the talkback, so the talkback level, the phone, and the monitoring level. I cannot read that from here. I'm just looking at my console and see it. And you can see a Wing logo. And you can see something on top of that Wing logo. I cannot read it. I wish I could, but the picture is blurry on purpose, I'm sure. And you cannot read there. And hear me out. I think, looking at the picture from far away, or really close, but it looks far away because it's blurry. I believe this thing is called the Little Wing. I'm leaking it out. I don't know what's going to happen for real with that, but I believe this is called the Little Wing. And if you look at it seriously, this, I believe, would be a Wing Compact Wing R, or like the Midas R version of a smaller console, smaller footprint, and they took basically the talkback section, the screen next to it, and a couple fader under it. Could be 8 or 12. I believe it will be closer to 12 fader. But that's a Wing Compact for sure. Or Little Wing, or call it however you want. But I'm 100% sure that there is a compact version or smaller version of the Wing in the work. And this one has a tilt screen. If you take a look at the, you know, the little notch on the bottom of the screen, it's there, like the screen will tilt. It seems like it's a full-size screen, and I believe it will make commercial sense to use the same screen. And I think the size of this one is perfect. I don't see any reason why they would shrink it to get something smaller. But this picture was posted on the Behringer forum about a week ago. So, X32 family is expanding. Not X32. Wing family is expanding. And what I wish is if this could get the 24 input that we have on the rack. Like, it would be the perfect monitoring console with the DL253, 153, 251, whatever DL that you feel that you need, with a little bit of expansion or full-on expansion. This console would be the perfect addition to the family. I always wanted something smaller in footprint, you know, something that is like a 19-inch console. And I believe it will be like the left section of the Wing. So you have the talkback, you have the screen, and you probably have, you know, 16 faders. But 12 fader, not 16, 12 faders. It wouldn't make sense, you know, I don't have a measurement tape here, but it wouldn't make sense to just fit that section, a couple extra on the side, and have, you know, 8 plus 4 for your main out and this. The outputs can be expanded easily with Stage Connect. That's true. It's not input, but it's for output. Well, it could be input too. If somebody wants to, have more input in a rack. And let's say that my dream setup right now that I want to build is something like having a wing rack. Under it, you have your wireless mic, in-ears, and your stage box. You could add there a Stage Connect device or two and go 8 more output, 8 more input of line in from wireless mic. Just run a single small XLR between there, plug everything, call it a day, and that's gonna work. That will be my preferred setup to, pull that out of the truck on wheel. It's really small, it's really light. Drop that next to the stage, plug everything, do your show. If you want to run a wing at front of house or another rack like that at front of house, you just have it. You just put everything back, close the lid, put that back. Hedman, time to replace the UI 24R. Is that the Soundcraft one? The screen is not really raised a bit, but yeah, like a quarter of an inch. But yes, it's definitely a tilting screen, and I believe they made it still with an angle, not flat like mine, so you cannot drop your coffee on it like I do. But I'm trying to find again this post, and I don't know where it's been, but you guys saw enough of that picture? Anyway, it's on Facebook. If you guys want to see it, it's on Facebook. Just go look at the thread that I posted. It's going to be there. I took it from there. So, enough of that pictures. I believe this is how the Wing family is going to expand. But, hold on. I cannot find the post anymore. It was probably deleted, or it's under a different Facebook group that I was looking at and I didn't see it. But I saw somebody complaining about a Wing 64 that wanted to have more than 48 input and more output. And the reply from Behringer was like, you need to talk from our friend Midas. You need to talk with our friend from Midas. I believe they just leaked out without knowing, or the person at the social media that they got a really rough day because it was probably yelled at. But I believe this is a confirmation that Midas is going to release a smaller version console, or a smaller version of the Wing, or a smaller or bigger version of the Wing. I don't know. But I believe that Midas is going to release something with that operating software. Sure, I'm 100% sure, seeing that post, that they will do a better version or better hardware version of the Wing. Should we call it the Ming? Should we call it, I don't know how it's going to be called. It's not going to be the M64. It could be called the M64. That would be really nice. Maybe a small HD. No, there's, from what I believe, the HD is going to remain Pro, and there will be the Air version, and the Air version will be probably be just like the screen version. I showed you guys that before. I'm sure you guys all seen it. I believe this is what's going to happen with the HD stuff. The HD will remain the HD. But like on the M32, something will happen on the Midas side that will be a just better build physically, and probably like a flat fader surface with a raised up. Like, I really like that design from Midas. Yeah, the smaller HD has nothing to do with the wing. It's gonna be the HD stuff and the HD software. Because let's face it, this is just a console. This is just a computer with fancy knobs on it or dedicated knobs and fader on it. It's not. It's the core of everything is the software and the processing. So they will all sound the same. As long as they have the preamp, they will all have the same kind of preamp. So it's all the same thing. But I believe, and I wish I could find that post again, but it was probably deleted, that Midas is going to release some kind of a version of this, you know, software with their own hardware. Or better display, better fader, probably not better preamp, but I believe something that would look like the back of the wing rack with 24 input would make sense. You know, having something a little thicker, you know, it's not that big of a deal, but I think the redesign of the rack, the design of the rack will be great to have just a flat surface put on it, so you will have, you know, like your rack and non-tilting will be like a flat surface, like I'm running my console right now with a raised up board like this. It would look good. It would look really, really good, honestly. I don't know what's gonna happen. This is all speculation for the Midas stuff. I don't have any picture. I don't have any proof. The only post that I saw, I cannot find it anymore, was probably deleted. But yeah, I believe this is what's gonna happen with the Midas stuff, and I want your guys' opinion on that. What do you think? Where do you think we're going with this? For more functionality than the current wing, they will need more powerful processing. That's right, but maybe somebody out there added a chip, and I don't know how feasible is that. Somebody maybe can tell me or not what can happen with that. But I believe you can probably add another chip in there to allow more in and out. And if you're doing a redesign for the Midas stuff, you can probably redesign the PC board to do like more I/O, but keeping the same firmware on it, same software. I don't know. I'm no expert into that kind of stuff. Midas version with fader surface, knob, fader warranty, support for pros would make sense. They could even make a user guide. No, I don't. I think that will be my job from now on. For the next couple of years, I will be the user guide for those consoles. Michael said you saw that post from Midas as well. Yeah. Midas would probably stick to the same I/O count. Probably. You have to change the complete structure. So, okay, so same I/O count. So, okay, same I/O count. Okay, but still, I would like, you know, a smaller version. Like, my favorite console from the whole X32 family has been the M32R. 16 fader, all I needed. And just the fact that you can switch, you know, page side per side was great on the M32R. Really like that version. Hopefully the time-aligned bus with the Midas version, probably not at that price point. And I don't know how big of a deal, it will be a big deal, hear me out. But I don't know how physically big of a deal on the console side it would be to implement that. And I believe it would need a redesign, a complete redesign to just to add time, you know, bus alignment or fader alignment to bus to be sent to everything. So yeah, I don't see that happening, and I don't see the 96K happening with the wing, the Midas wing, or the Ming, as some people called it. I don't see that happening with the Ming or that on the Midas side. But it's a feature from the HD stuff, and I think it's a feature from the Pro stuff from the HD96. HD96 is 496K, so I believe it would be. They will keep it that way. Yeah, I believe everything will be. It would need a full DSP architecture redesign. So yeah, I don't see that happening. Not on the wing side. On the wing, Midas wing side. Maybe on something else. So yeah, that's it. I think it's gonna be, well, talking to each other, I realized that it will have to be the same thing, but just a better physical option, surface-wise, probably screen-wise. They can probably make it bigger. Hey, Steam's Recording Studio. Good evening. Miss a few weeks and just got back from a festival. Where were you? What festival did you do? Always interesting to know what you guys are working on. The time-aligned bus wasn't a selling point on the M32 over the X32. The M32 do not have time-aligned bus. That's... I don't know who told you that, but it's not true. I never heard of that before, and to have a mixed show on them, I don't believe they have time-align. Yeah, it's only the Pro Series. Yeah, thank you very much, Andy. Hi, Andy. So, no, it's the same thing. It's the same design. Pretty much the same design from the X32 to the M32 family. It's just a matter of better physical hardware and preamp, not software-wise. And that will happen on the software side, so I believe it will be the same thing. So, you guys have any more question about that? I'm curious to hear your thoughts. Seriously, I want to have a discussion here with you guys. And if we're slowing down, because I believe this is a really cool stream so far. And if we're slowing down, I'm just going to stop it. It all depends on you. If you have any question about the wing, by the way, feel free to ask them. As always, I have my lovely camera here that is ready for me to answer your question. We can go take a look at the routing stuff and anything that you guys want to talk about. Also, while we're here and we're slowly taking a break, please, guys, just take a few seconds and give this video a like. It's going to make a big difference for me on the overall algorithm thing happening. So make sure that you give this video a like, not a little heart in the bottom. Just click on the video, like, and also make sure that you are subscribed to the channel. If you are talking in the chat right now, you have to be subscribed to the channel. So that's a good thing. Also, ring the bell if you want to get notification when I release a new video, like I will do really soon, because I will need to do a video today because I'm leaving for a week, so I'm gonna try to do this. And also yeah, if you get notification, you gotta get notified every Monday where I go live, and we're doing that kind of discussion here as a community, as wing user, as live sound engineer user. Sometimes we talk about the wing, sometimes we talk about other subjects. It depends on what's happening this week in the world. It's kind of like the news for sound engineering. And eventually, oh yeah, forgot to mention, guys, let me get my OBS back, and let me do this. My name is Guillaume, and you have my @LordTGuillaume on Instagram. Please add me on Instagram. Apparently, if you want to be a YouTuber now and get product review, you have to be big on Instagram for some reason. I was told. I was refused by some company, by some distributor, to do some product review with them because I do not have a big enough following on Instagram. And I was like, are you guys out of your mind? Like, do you really think that people go on Instagram to watch some gear stuff? I think this is how people get advertisement for new gear, but for videos, people go on YouTube to watch them and have information about, you know, the new things that are just released. So the company basically want me to do a job for them. So instead of, you know, doing an Instagram post of a new product and sending you out to some YouTuber for some review, some, you know, independent review, unbiased review, unpaid review, they basically like want you to do the whole job, the whole deal, and you know, it's all the politics of the gear music industry. But I don't know. I'm gonna give it a try. If you guys want to follow me on Instagram, it will be a way for me to say that, hey, I'm slowly growing on Instagram too. So I'm gonna start to post more some stuff there, more shorts, more. Actually, I'm posting pretty much every show that I'm doing there, and I'm doing like shorts, not shorts, reels. Man, I suck with Instagram. I start to do reels of what's happening for me that day. So if you guys want to see me in all those different situations where I'm mixing a lot of shows on Wing on different console. Actually, I had one that I pulled off after mixing with an SQ7 again. Seriously, I was not happy. I was not happy with the mix that I got with SQ7. Sorry, Alan and Nick. Nothing personal against you guys, but I just don't like the final results that I get from the console. It doesn't gel together, it doesn't glue together. Even after putting some compressor on my main bus, everything seems so like up in the air. I didn't have, that massive fist of a rock and roll band happening the last time that I mixed with an SQ7, and everything sounded good by itself, but the togetherness of the thing, is that a word, togetherness? The whole togetherness of the thing was not fun for me to do so. So, yeah, if you guys want to hear me out or having opinion about every console that I run into, follow me on Instagram. I have a neat link for buying internal Dente card. Okay. I need to sell mine. Those of you who follow me, I still have 2 cards. One that is considered broken or for parts, and one card that is an external card that could be used internally if you ever want to pull it off of the tray, basically, and put it inside the console. That will work. So, guys, if you... I'm going to pull that up on... I'm going to end the stream... As soon as I end the stream, I need to do this, and I'm going to put it up on eBay. So be on the lookout for eBay for the Broken Dente module. That will be up for sale for me. It's been tested on the stream before, you guys saw it. So if you want to take the chance, it will come, with all the eBay warranty stuff. So don't worry. It's like a regular sale. I do not try to bypass any system here, and I will not bypass any system here. I'm sorry. You will pay the eBay price plus international shipping. I don't care shipping that anywhere in the world. So wherever you are in the world, it will just be like, longer to get it, basically. I'm based in Canada, and I will ship with Canada Post to anywhere that you guys want to. And I cannot lie on the price of the package and stuff like that, but it will be up for auction, I believe, really soon. So be on the lookout for that. I know I said I would do this before, but I will do it. I will do it this week. Okay. Ivan says, in my company, we will purchase new Yamaha TM7 and want to connect it with a wing. You can definitely do that with an expansion card. It states, hold on. Thunderhouse got something. It states that the M32 brochure, that there is 25 time align and phase coherent bus in the M32. Really? I didn't know that. Both the X32 and M32 have time align and phase coherent bus. Okay. Yeah, Rob, I would be curious. Like, are we talking about the same thing as on the Pro Series? Because I don't believe it reacts the same way. Until you use an effect. Okay. So, are we talking about effect rack, or are we talking about anything on the strip? Because the M32 from Thunderhouse, the M32 brusher do not state that the mix bus are time aligned and phase coherent. Okay. I'd be curious to look into that, seriously. I never did the parallel there. Really interesting. Okay. So, we've been going for pretty much an hour. Ooh. Okay, Patrick, I believe it used to be on the website at some point. That and the future, you know, the line about future-proofing to 96K. I think it used to be there, but it's probably not anymore because I believe they probably did not do that. Yeah, it will be a misconception because you, like Audio Tom is saying, yeah, you can state that the bus on the wing are also time-aligned and face coherent. They are, as long as you don't put anything on them or any processing, for sure. Because I believe you guys are some of the people here are more knowledgeable than me, but I believe as soon as you put an effect on something, it will create some kind of buffering effect, even a few simple, but it will add delay at some point in your signal chain and will create some phasing issue with other source, especially if you were taking a dry source and a process one. It will cancel out some stuff for sure. Yeah, it used to be all the marketing thing. Okay. Seriously, guys, it's been an interesting one today. I really like the dynamic that we had. We had a lot of people showing up. Thank you, everybody, for showing up to this live stream. I really appreciate every single one of you taking time off of their day or off work to watch these live stream. That's going to be it for today. I'm going to close it to the 1 hour mark, basically. Just to keep it interesting for those of you who watch in playback, because there's a lot of people watching in playback, and I really appreciate every single one of you guys. I don't know what Andy just said there, but thank you for retracting it. Maybe it was not good. Okay. On that note, guys, thank you very much. It was a pleasure. I hope you learned something today. I hope that you were amazed by the new design. You're happy, and you're maybe gonna buy something new for next year, because I believe all those consoles will come out next year. I don't expect them to be released really soon. The copy paste wasn't go. Okay, good. So okay, guys, it was fun. Have a good week. I'm gonna see you guys next week as I come back from a 6-day out of the house to play around with maybe some new firmware with new feature. I'm gonna learn that as soon as I get back next week, and maybe by the time it will be released or not. So there's some work. All that to say that there is some work in happening over on the B side of the platform, so you guys can get better, more reliable wing and some more feature release soon. Guys, it was a pleasure. Have a good one. Take care of yourself. Most importantly, please take care of yourself. Put some sunscreen on so you don't look like I did 2 weeks ago. Go have some fun. See ya.